hope I'm on the right channel. I'm going to pause the video a moment and check it, okay? I'm just going to pause the video. Okay, everybody. All right. So, I did get some downloads and I did see a comment, and I think I got an email from some people who were saying that they do like the resources that I use and they really, want me to continue using them. So here's what I decided to do. When I use the stuff that I like to use sometime when I give y'all guidance, I will not be on screen using it, or I will actually be using it an hour before or right before I do the video. This way I can protect my own energy. Um, it's really easy for people to step into your personal frequency when they're watching you work live. So it's important as a magician, we are all magicians, is to keep something secret and keep some things up your sleeve. So this is why I will not be showing my process live on video anymore. And this also goes for when I start uploading videos on my new channel. I will pretty much have most of the resources already out so that I can protect my frequency and my own vibrational rhythm. We all have a vibrational rhythm, and some people are trying to learn it and study it so they can take your destiny or pretend like they're you and get your downloads. So this is why I am not going to be doing it live on video, but you can enjoy the candlelight and the peaceful sounds. Okay. I will also be keeping a lot of the videos that I do on this channel, because I am going to upload videos sometime on this channel. When donations come through this channel, I will upload videos. This way I give gratitude. But I will be setting up another channel this week for everyone to go to get the guidance on a daily basis, at least a couple days a week. So I want to thank everybody for the donations. There was a few donations that came in, and they came right on time. Since I am a caregiver right now, I am working very hard to take care of people in need right now. People who are very sick. Someone just got out. I got out of the ICU. So someone in my family was in the ICU, and we all know that's like, serious. So I'm their caregiver, but I need to find time to do the things I enjoy and things I'm supposed to do. So I have to keep this ball going regardless. So I'm getting up early now before they get up so that I can still do these for y'all. So I've been up about an hour writing, working on my books, and just meditating. And now I can help y'all on this channel. So let's get started here. So the quote that I just saw is, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Okay? So y'all can take that quote. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So the synchronicity of this video, even with the video topic, is do the work. Okay? So, some of y'all may be missing the fact that you have to have a solid foundation and solid structure. You have to be prepared. This is a good time to declutter in a way where you're only working with your favorite stuff, things that serve you the most. So don't even bother using things that don't serve you enough. So that's something that I got as well. So what I did was, when I got that as a download, I kind of stood over all my stuff in my creative and spiritual room, and then I picked one item per part of my life and I put it on the desk. So I picked one candle. Well, my lavender candle always stays there. I picked one candle. I picked one thing for my spiritual practices, and my tablet, and my journal, and my scripture book. That's it for my scriptures. So that's it. I probably don't have, my table is mostly empty. So I find that having a very empty table when you are doing some long term planning, which you should be, and doing some foundational work, it's important to have a empty table. Have the table as empty as possible. So what you're not using should not be directly in front of you, or should be in the back if you're not using it. I got something in the email that says only thing you need to think about is what's in front of you. So somebody need to get that download. Okay. Set your standards high now. Some of y'all, it's not about thinking big, not thinking big, but set your standards high on how you will be treated. Okay. So make sure you're not allowing yourself to be breadcrumbed, that you're waiting for other people to give to you sometime before you will give to them. You're making sure that the scales are balanced. When the scales are so tipped and you're like, you just keep giving and giving, you should just stop giving. Stop going towards the thing until it takes time and think about who you are, and then it comes towards you. So, being about business, we're going to talk about the word business because the business energy is out. Now, there are struggle scripture numbers I want to talk about, especially since we have, I think, a Libra in moon, or if you want to call it air and moon, sky and moon right now. So we're going to talk about that. All right. I did get this feeling. I've been getting this feeling all week that someone's like talking behind my back or praying against me, or somebody might come in my house. So I actually got that as a download a couple days ago, and then it came out in the scriptures today. So make sure that you're locking your vehicle. Somebody may try to break into your vehicle, or somebody may try to come into your house, or you may have someone praying against you. Okay, you may actually have someone tracking you, stalking you online to disrespect you. So, that's why I put in the video title, keep cool. Some people are having a hard problem keeping cool because we had Uranus, I think, and Mercury coming in like back to back almost. So some people don't know how to be cool. Do your breath work. I did get breath work as a download, and then I got it as a synchronicity. Excuse me. So, if you're a caregiver right now, you probably should take your patient or your client to a different environment, somewhere where it's fresh air. Maybe take them to church, or take them for a walk around the block to get some fresh air. Hi, everybody. Okay. All right, y'all. Get them likes up. If you're enjoying the video already, get the likes up, y'all. It's supposed to be support, because the gratitude energy is going to be coming up very soon. So you give. If you get, you give. Okay. If you're in that mindset where you're only thinking about what you can get, the wheel is going to go against you, because the wheel is turning in your favor. For some of y'all, the wheel is about to turn in your favor big time. And for some of y'all, you have until almost the end of February to get it together. Okay. If your energy is not cleaned up by the end of February, some of y'all may be blocked for a long time. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. This is a life-changing day for some of y'all. So set some plans. By 10 a.m. today, do long-term planning. What do you see your life like for the next at least 9 months? Sorry, y'all. Woo, the throat chakra. I had to burn some frankincense this morning because I felt my throat chakra under attack. Confirmation. If your sun is going down, for some of y'all, you're struggling with standing in your power and leadership. So you're going to have to find a way to stay passionate about your law of attraction. One way I like to do this is burn a candle like this, dragon's blood candle. Or I will actually burn my tiger's eye. When my sun feels low, when I feel hopeless, when I don't have faith, I will do things that will motivate me. One of the things that motivates me is getting my endorphins up, which means doing a, strength building exercise, or doing HIIT. That will get your endorphins up. You'll be nice and happy. And then it's easier to transfer those endorphins over to some manifestation that you've been procrastinating on. So if you're struggling with procrastination, which some of you are, and I know that as a fact, it's like a triple synchronicity. You may want to go on Amazon today and get some books on procrastination. One way I like to bust through procrastination is tell myself that I'm allowed to take up space and I don't have to show up perfect. I could do the work anyway, anytime, anywhere. And what I'll do is I'll basically try to box myself into only a certain amount, but it'll be a super duper low amount of work. So, for example, I may only do one paragraph of my writing, but that that is set so low, but at least something was done. Okay. The trick is to just get out of stagnant energy. That's all that matters. Okay, provided that you did it with integrity and ethics. Now, some of y'all may be at a crossroads. Now, here's the thing, if you're at a crossroads, it's because some of y'all need to learn how to not be a follower. Okay, control your own energy and you determine, go by what you feel. This is sort of like still a feeling day. So if you feel like you don't really want to do any work at home, then don't do it. You have to make sure that you're rested, that you're not fatigued. So just be careful of a high fat diet today because the fatigue energy is kind of strong. Some of y'all may need a little nap or a little bit more rest or just a little bit of snooze. And I know this for a fact because my cats are sleeping in longer. They literally didn't even get up to get their treats at the time that they do. So they're getting in some extra sleep. Okay. Cats are very much affected by the moon and the way the tables turn, the energy flows. So you can I recommend if you're a woman over 35 to get a cats because cats they are very affected by the star energy, the stars. So when you have a cat, you kind of know what's going on. Or a horse, when you have cats or a horse. So that's why I always keep cats. Hansi is sitting here, y'all. He's like, Mom, I just want to chill. You chilling, baby? Okay. All right. Trust your intuition today. Technology may be working in your favor. Just be careful of distractions because distractions, technical and technology distractions, actually corrupt your intuition. It warps and distorts your intuition. So just make sure you're mindful of your high priestess energy. You may want to look into affirmations and just work with scriptures today and do some vitamin D, white light therapy. You really want to work on your mind today. This is a mental health day. Okay, this means that, talk only when necessary. Silence is a superpower. For some of y'all, traveling may be good, just like going for a walk, maybe getting in your car and going somewhere that is like, that you feel you can kind of be at peace. Okay. If you are doing some work today, you may be doing some work that's going to be able to fund a vacation. So today is the kind of day where it's like, what if you was on vacation, what would you be doing? Okay. All right. Yeah. There's a lot of low spirit energy. A lot of your neighbors are low spirited. A lot of people are brain fog. So just be mindful of your diet today. Yesterday I saw an advertisement that said do a 6-7 hour water fast, and I literally got that as a download the day before. Except I heard juice fast. So some of y'all may want to stop eating after a certain time so you can get 6-7 hours. Now, how I like to do it is I like to stop eating by 3 p.m. This way, when I'm asleep, I'm getting those extra hours in of not eating. So if I'm in bed by like 9 o'clock, I've already gone about 6 hours without eating. And then I go to sleep, that's another 8 hours, or 6 hours if you're an older woman. So that means you pretty much didn't eat nothing for 12 hours. And then you get up and then you still maybe not eat for another 2 3 hours. So then now you're getting into 14 15 hours without no food, which is really good. Okay. um it's not the same as intermittent, because intermittent can begin after you go to sleep. I'm talking about actually no food before you even go to sleep. Hours, like 6 hours before you go to sleep, no food. Hi, everybody. Okay. If someone wants to care for you and comfort you, let them today. Some of y'all may maybe be able to use the help today. Just saying, y'all. Okay. If you feel like you're being taken for granted, it's because some of y'all may be somewhere where there's actually more frenemies than friends. So it's not that you're doing the wrong thing. It's just that your environment is not really in high vibration. This is why I recently stopped getting upset, because it's like, hey, um, maybe I showed up when the vibration is too low. So maybe I need to leave and come back a different time. Sometimes you got to roll like that, y'all. Sometimes you go in the store and you be like, it's super low vibration in here. I'm going to come back later. You got to be mindful of the time, that the Arcadian clock. I keep stressing that, but some people are like, no, I'm not doing that because of my religion. And it's like, we still have boatloads of people starving. So maybe more people need to be mindful of the Arcadian clock. Okay. Of course, when people have a destiny in which they're chosen to be a spiritual leader, like my North Node is, and my the rest of my natal chart clearly says it, and my North Node, when you're chosen to be a spiritual, your life is supposed to be spiritual and not material like a lot of other people. And you're supposed to be a spiritual teacher and all of that type of stuff. You're automatically with this Arcadian clock. Now, I have realized some people on YouTube have figured that out about me. So they're like kind of like waiting for me to show up, then they show up. But you cannot lie and trick the metaphysical world. So it really doesn't matter if you use me. The fact of the matter is, it's not your destiny. And the universe will go against you eventually. So if you're still not getting through, it's because you pretty much need to just stay and work with your chosen Arcadian clock destiny. We all have an Arcadian clock destiny. And if you step out of it because someone else has figured theirs out, and you just say, I'll show up when you show up, I'll do what you do, the universe will go against you. And when I tell y'all some serious business, you do not want the universe to go against you, purposely go against you. You do not want that, y'all. Okay? There's somebody in my life who they almost died pretty much before their time because they were doing that. So just get my book, y'all. This should be available very soon. Get my book so that you don't have to worry about the universe going against you, because you know that you are staying within your own map. I'm talking about minding your own business. Mind your own Arcadian destiny business. Because we have that Libra moon, there's a lot of spying, there's a lot of note taking, a lot of recording, a lot of destiny watching, all type of stuff going on that is low vibrational. And I want to get this book up to y'all. I want to make sure y'all have it within 72 hours so that some of y'all could be like, okay, the Libra moon energy here. I'm ready. I'm ready to look into my own stars. I know that we say no circadian clock rhythm can tell me what to do. I'll do what I want to do. I have free will. The universe will still go against you. You can use free will all you want, but you'll notice that your thoughts, your positive thoughts and prayers aren't being accepted by the web of minds around you. You can pray all you want, and the people around you will not receive your thoughts because the universe has blocked you. Okay? For example, hi everybody. For example, recently, I'm gonna get on video in a minute. Okay? Even though I know there's a lot of emotional, messy people on video coming in here right now, I'll pray for them. But recently, um, I was also doing my affirmations, okay? And I was like, well, I know I'm gonna be taken care of because I'm not going against the universal rule. I'm staying in my lane. I was speaking to God about this. And I was like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm out of my own map, and that's it. Okay. And so I saw a scripture number that says your prayers has been answered and has been accepted. And then my prayers was answered. Okay, physically they were answered, like within 48 hours after that. You want that to happen for you too, but you can't. And I'm stressing this. You can't if you think you can use free will to get something that is somebody else's. Okay, it doesn't matter if you think that you're psychic. Okay, even if you're psychic, you still what you're doing still has to be related to your psychic abilities. So let's say you say you're psychic and you say I'm gonna get on here and do zodiac readings, but is that in your north node? If it's not a part of your north node, it doesn't matter if you're psychic. If it's not in your fortune, it doesn't matter if you're psychic. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example of a family member. Recently, I went helping them with their chart, and I told them that the reason why they do all kind of jobs, they'll do any job or whatever, is because they really don't have a specific like a specific purpose. They're kind of in this life of theirs. They kind of can do different jobs, different purposes. They're basically supposed to do multiple jobs under someone else. Okay, so they're learning how to have success through someone else's purpose. So their purpose is actually to help someone else's purpose, to contribute to the purpose. That's their purpose. I know that's wild. Yeah, you can have a purpose where you're supposed to contribute to someone else's purpose. And because you do that, you get successful too. So I noticed that whenever I'm going through something, this person will call me. It's like they're trying to contribute to my purpose. When I'm going through something in my purpose, they'll call me and see if I'm okay or whatever. So I seen it was in their natal chart. So I told them, and they said, yeah, they're always comfortable with working under people. Going to this job, that job, this job, this job, or whatever. But as you see what I'm saying, they would try to take the lead, the universe would go against them. Every single time they would just try to drop out of the teamwork and just take the lead. Something would go wrong. Like they would lose money. Just some things would go wrong. But now that they're not in that position, that they are actually saying, I need someone to help me, help me do this. Then now they're getting answers to their problems, So they're their purpose is to actually is to help, but to seek help from a leader. They have to go to leaders to help them. If they try to just take the lead, the universe goes against them. And this is somebody I know personally, and I see it happen, but it's not quite. It's not. It's not quite happening, to them now because they're kind of like working as a team. But whenever they were like, no, I don't need nobody, me, myself, and I, whatever, I'm a leader by myself. Whenever they would try to be a lone wolf, the universe would go against them. Hi, everybody. So, uh, I'm explaining this to you. So I'm explaining someone else's destiny. So someone I recently fell in heavy karma because what they were trying to do is to control my destiny. But my destiny says no one should be controlling me. I already know what I know. But they kept trying to control it because they were in a lower vibrational of their destiny. Their destiny is supposed to be emotional support, caregiving. It's supposed to be sharing resources. They're supposed to be a giver. They're supposed to be providing home and shelter and space and all that. They're supposed to be actually a provider for my destiny or provider for other people who are trying to complete their dreams. Maybe in a past life they already achieved something very big, which I can see they did. So in this life they're supposed to be helping other people achieve their dreams, you know. But they didn't do it. They were trying to tell me what I'm supposed to be dreaming, and they kept locking me up. So the creator ended up locking them up. And that's just the way it went. The universe went against them. Even though I was like giving them answers to their problems every time they would help me, when they stopped helping me achieve my dreams, what ended up happening is I stopped getting the answers to their problems. See how the universe works? We all have something that we have to bring to the table for survival of our species. Whenever you don't do your part, I can't do my part. When I don't do my part, you can't do your part. So when my family member did not give me emotional support, because I didn't get it in my past life. I didn't get emotional love in my past life. I know that for a fact. Um, when they didn't give me emotional love and care in this life, this person in my life right now, all of a sudden, like when they would be stuck in situations, I wouldn't get no downloads from them. So I ended up telling them, I said, you don't care about me, and that's why you keep getting bad karma. And I told them, I said, you have no care, no tenderness. You're not nice. And once they realized it after the bad karma came, and they started changing their ways, they had a kind of aha moment, like, oh, okay, I see. But the point that I'm making is you have to do your destiny, because every time you don't, someone else runs around looking for the help, even though you're right there in their face. You're their next door neighbor. And when you do your destiny, whatever downloads you get, the vibrational version of it travels right to your neighbor and helps them with their destiny. So you can fall into bad karma by thinking you can go against it. Like, I have free will. I don't have to do my purpose. I could just do what someone else is doing. Well, guess what? You're a drowning man. I'm just keeping this real for some people. I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm keeping it real. You would be a drowning man taking people down with you, spiritually down with you. And I said this when at my father's funeral. I said everyone is responsible for this situation. I said because everybody is responsible for each other's spirit, especially in family. And I mean what I say. And my family member at the funeral was like, she stood up and she said, I love you for saying that. I said, well, it's the truth. We can all blame my father for what he did with himself, but everybody wasn't doing their purpose, so that's why he had no help. Everybody around him was just practicing their free will in a toxic way and did not care. And so we're all responsible for this situation. I know we say we're not responsible for alcoholics and drug addicts and stuff, but When we get into the Bible scriptures, would the saints have said that? Would the saints have said that? When you mind your business, it means mind your business of your own work. Mean don't mind the business of trying to compete with other people's abundance and work. But you don't mind your business when people are suffering. You don't mind your business when people are struggling. If you see the struggling, you don't have to tell somebody you look tired, you look beat down, you need help. You don't even need to tell them that. As a matter of fact, don't tell them that. Just help in some way. Help the way you know intuitively you can help. Help in the way that your natural energy says to help. We all have a natural energy to us that we cannot step out of. We were born in it. We may call this our sun sign. We may call this our rising sign. What gives us emotional fulfillment, which is our moon sign most of the time. So help in that way. When you are good in that, someone isn't. When you're good at counting money and budgeting your money because you have a real good moon placement with earth energy, someone next to you isn't. You're not put beside somebody by accident. No one ever speaks to you or in your face by accident. No one. Okay? So, for example, my family member who has to learn how to share resources and learn how to be a giver, because in their past life they was probably sitting on a lot of money. They had a lot of property, from what I could see. They had some money. Okay, they might have even been, believe it or not, may have been around slavery times. They might have had some slaves or whatever. But the point is, even while they're sick right now, the universe keeps on putting them in the position to give back and to help. And every time they resist it, something happens. Okay, maybe they didn't help people who were sick in their past life. It was just all about the money. So in this life, they have to be about other people's struggles. So we was in Walmart, and there was a lady struggling to get a package down, and it had my back to her, and I didn't know. And they were like, the person I'm talking about was like, help them get that down. Okay. Now, at the same time, I was distracted from helping them. But see how that worked? The universe said, you either help this lady or the person you with is not going to see to help you. See, it went like a full triangle, that whole situation. So once they got my attention to help that lady, because they couldn't help them, but they still was supposed to say something to get them help. Once they did that, I saw that they needed help too. See, it went literally like a triangle, the help flow. I was so blown away by the situation. And so then when I went to walk away with the person, I was like, yeah, I don't know if my hat is looking good on me or whatever. I don't know if it's on my head right. The lady turned around who we helped, and she was like, you look good. It's perfect on your head. Now, I know people think that's not a big deal. But in my life purpose, okay, remember, I didn't get emotional love in my past life. Okay, do you see how the universe spoke through her to support my self-care? Because in my past life, I didn't get support for my self-care. Okay, I was like doing it by myself or whatever. So what happened was the universe rewarded me with emotional fulfillment of my self-care after they cared about someone else's struggle with resources. So everybody in that situation, the universe helped out like within seconds. But it started with the person who needed to help somebody with resources, because in this life, there's supposed to be an emperor in this life that actually is more spiritual than about money. In their past life, they was about money. This life, they're supposed to be helping people with law of attraction, getting resources, getting ahead, motivation, staying productive, and emotional fulfillment. But they weren't doing it, so they fell in judgment. But now they're doing it, and now they're healing faster. The universe has granted them healing powers. But I'm watching this happen right before my eyes, so it's not something I'm assuming, y'all. Okay. I can tell y'all Arcadian clock books and stuff all day, but nobody learns better than through stories. This is why we have to share our stories. The truth comes out. The universe speaks through stories. Stories and life experiences don't lie. Okay? When you ignore these scriptures, the universe will then go to your life and speak through your experiences. Okay? Hi everybody. All right. Thank you, Onita and Love the Most High, for your wonderful donations this week. Y'all always turn up on the channel. Thank you very much. Y'all are so. Anita and Love the Most High is on my spiritual support team. Definitely. I know for a fact through some metaphysical information that they're on my metaphysical, they're for my future abundance. I want to share something else with y'all. When you help people, okay? Believe it or not, I know you think that like it's not helping you. It's helping you with a spiritual ascension level. Every time you help people with their dreams, you are put in a spiritual courtroom in which then the angels will consider giving you an ascension level. For example, when I was like on a treadmill of helping everybody for the last 5 years, I mean, I was going buck wild. I was, for the last actually 8 years, I was helping my mom, running around with her. I was doing YouTube every single day, over and over and over again. I was helping my daughter and my sister with the graduation parties, you name it. I was just on the treadmill of helping everybody I could help. I was taking food to my neighbors and everything, cutting my neighbors' hedges. At the time I did not know that I was earning my rank. See, spiritual ranks are earned. Okay? At every checkpoint, spiritual checkpoint increases the odds that you will hit another level of spiritual rank. Okay? The checkpoints is different. I mentioned this different on the channel. It's different for everybody. So you can't just tell somebody like, yeah, these are the spiritual checkpoints. It's different for everybody, y'all, okay? So, and it's personal. It's personal as well. All right? Mine is I have to use my inner powers for independence. And whatever I'm doing, it has to be because I want to heal people. If I want the healing, I have to heal people's spirit. Because I learned what it means in my past life to only have yourself for spiritual health. I had no one helping me spiritually in my past life. I learned to do it by myself spiritually, meaning this, working on my mental health, what you call using my inner power, trusting that I don't have to always look at products, that what I feel is real. Okay? What I feel, like what steps I have to take, how the universe is working for me. If I feel that, I have to trust it. I have to bring this to y'all to understand the metaphysical world, because it's my north node, to go deep dive and learn about the secrets of the universe. So I'm bringing y'all the secrets of the universe. But if y'all use these secrets for your own financial gain, the universe will turn against you in the horrific way. Okay? Don't use the secrets of the universe that I'm giving y'all from this channel. Don't use it to make people think that you are this high priest that you're not. Someone on this channel is doing that. I'm not going to say their name. I keep picking it up when I see their name. Don't do that, because you cannot rob someone who is in charge of the secrets of the universe. Okay, not many people are chosen for that. Now, it's a very rare placement, natal chart placement. I even went into groups to see if there was anyone else, And a lot of people in there were like, no, I don't have that in my second house, or I have that as a north, but not in my second or my third or my, or my, no, it's not in my fortune. And I'm like, I can't, it's very hard for me to find someone with my placement in their fortune and in the same house as me, mine. Okay? Because in your natal chart, it has to be in the houses as well. Okay? It can't just be your north node. Some people say, well, I have a Libra North Node, so I'm supposed to know the secrets of the universe. No, you're not. First of all, that's not the placement for the secrets of the universe. And you would also have to have the secrets of the universe flowing into a certain house in your natal chart. Hi, everybody. Okay. Temperance. Protect your peace today. I said mind your business, didn't I, y'all? Mind your business. Somebody might be coming for your mental health today. I got that. I said that at the beginning of this video. Some of y'all rewind the video and I said that. So for some of y'all, it could be somebody young or it could be masculine energy that want to disrespect your mental health. I really wish the masculine energy would stop attacking the Empress every time it's money time. I'm noticing a pattern on YouTube, on these apps. Every time the Arcadian clock turns in the favor of the feminine energy to bless women with money, all of a sudden the masculine energy starts to get low vibration and attacking women. And it needs to stop. Okay, if you're a male attacking right now, then you're going to have heavy losses. Okay, your money is going to be blocked for doing that. Hi, everybody. I'm going to get on video in a minute, y'all. So I'm just sitting deep in the energy. Why did I get this? Why did I just get somebody need to somebody's climbing or something? Somebody need to climb in silence or whatever, or something. Okay, watch your dreams. The truth was revealed in your dreams. Okay, something about that. I don't know why I feel like I had to say that. Somebody need to go back to their dreams this week, or they need to write down their dreams. Somebody's success is staring them right in the face. I'm getting this right live on video. Okay, we're gonna get some scriptures out. We're gonna work with Oprah's book, The Path Made Clear. So let me get the book, The Path Made Clear by Oprah, then let me get on video, y'all. Let me get some water. I'll be back. I'll get some ginger ale. Y'all, I started doing ginger in the morning hours. Ginger is really important for grounding. If you don't like the cold and you can't deal with the cold, have ginger. If you don't like frankincense, incense, the smoke, you're better off having you a drink with ginger and cucumbers in it, or hot cocoa. So somebody's success is staring them right in the face. It's been staring at you. It's kind of trying to get your attention. I'm seeing flashing lights, flashing window lights, and it's kind of like a big advertisement, like, come, if some of y'all may have invested in a business and it's just not going to give to you, but there is still support there. And the reason why it's not going to give to you is because there's why am I, y'all? There are people that want your brains or whatever, zombies or whatever. So I'm seeing zombies. So somebody might be surrounded by a zombie, like people that's insane people. So they're not, low vibration, negative in society. They don't like the feminine energy. They hateful of the feminine energy, or they're ageist or something of that nature. and that's why that that business ain't thriving. Okay, so basically, some of y'all need to realize it's not you. Somebody could just be. There could be a couple people that are this ages, or they weak, or they just trying to get your brains, or they just want to disturb your mental health. I'm literally seeing zombies, y'all. Now, for some of y'all, it could be dead people on the other side corrupting other people's minds against you, so they could be like a zombie against you too. Or, believe it or not, the Walking Dead on the other side, they can corrupt people against you. Okay, what they do is they send their low vibrational vibration to the people around you to influence them negatively against you. So sometimes it's not because the people around you just don't like you. They're being influenced by the Walking Dead, y'all, by zombies on the other side. I've seen it happen right in front of me where the person was one way and then their face just switched like within minutes later as if somebody possessed them. And I realized that possession is going on 24/7 everywhere all day. So don't be so quick to just say somebody is just just a bad person. They can have a moment where the dead possess them. So just be careful of um, low vibrational people trying to steal your joy, trying to lock you out so you don't see the blessing that's like right there. Okay? If you don't have all the information, you may find that you're trapped somewhere. So make sure that you're you're getting all the information. You don't go somewhere unless you know what you're working with. If you were thinking of starting your own blog or starting your own YouTube channel with videos, or learning how to edit your work, learning some editing skills, this is the time to do it. So you may want to go on Amazon, look up books on working with the details. What the struggle energy is right now, most of all, is perfectionism. So just be careful of like thinking it has to be perfect. I got done is better than perfect. I got that more than once. I heard it whispered to me this morning from the Holy Spirit. And then as soon as I went searching online for the Google, searching Google for today's work, it popped up in the Google search. So that was a confirmation. So I'm going to get some channeled messages here through my Android. Okay, we want to see what we see here now. Okay, so this is a synchronicity, your life work. Somebody need to hear life work. If you were thinking of playing an instrument, learning an instrument, you may want to take a course in playing an instrument. We're going to talk about the different things because we're supposed to be starting something new. Some of y'all may need to do something from your childhood. If you're missing your childhood or you're feeling nostalgic, you can always go back to your childhood and find the things that you enjoyed doing. You can always start something again. Okay, I keep seeing this book here, Throw Up Your Emotions on Paper. Somebody need to see this book. I don't know why they keep showing this book to me. Y'all, let me show y'all the book. It says throw up your emotions on paper. It's a workbook, a planner. Okay, so some of y'all need to use paper right now for emotional grounding. Maybe join a journaling workshop on Eventbrite today, or get you some journaling prompts for your emotions. So it's saying a workbook planner to help you learn to write about your emotions in your memoir. Somebody need to write their memoirs. Okay. Now, this just started coming up. Now, I got an advertisement popped up for nonfiction. So I don't know if any of y'all are into doing nonfiction books, but this is the time to finish your nonfiction book. If you're writing any nonfiction or sci-fi books, you're better off, selling it in parts right now if you can't finish it. Okay, because the window is closing where your energy is going to have to be on something new, something different. Somebody need to see abstract watercolors. The word abstract is a synchronicity. Okay. I heard it doesn't always have to make sense. Ooh, child. I just heard that on the other side. Somebody need to not be perfect with their art or be like, okay, artistic minimalism, they're saying. Somebody need to learn artwork that's minimalistic, whether it's watercolor or painting or drawing. It could be like, like where you just draw a shoe, or you just draw half of the shoe, or you just, something like that. Let me see what they're sit putting on here. Okay. If you're thinking of learning a new language, this might be the time to do it. For some of y'all, it's learning things that are in France, like somebody might need to put something in a different language, or in perfume, interior design. Maybe somebody need to design their home in a way that's not traditional. Okay. So I'm also looking to see here. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on, okay, this is a synchronicity. Things to make and do in the fourth dimension. Somebody need to look that up. I don't know why that keeps showing up. All right. If you are doing vision work today, the reason why you may feel like I don't have faith in this is for some of y'all need oranges, pineapple. Some of y'all need an energy diet today, and that's going to help renew your hope and faith in your life purpose. So I would look up some energy drinks, homemade energy drinks, how to make them. Maybe get your electrolyte water out. Hi, everybody. Still on video. All right. If you feel anxiety, if you're like not sure if you want to take a leap, one of the reasons, I'm gonna tell you the main thing that stops people from leaping: lack of structure and foundation, no plan. When I was going to writing. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that. So we had some people step out. I wanted to talk about cataloging, y'all. Okay. So some of y'all need to catalog. What I found out is coming up with the title first. Coming up with your titles first. Your first. Y'all, I'm tongue tied. Coming up with a title first for your work. Okay. Creating um creating your table of contents for your book, and then cataloging each piece of work. That helps for you to not have to worry about any of that. And then all you got to do is just worry about the skill set. Then when you get your skill set catalog, you can create a catalog even for your skill set. Once you get that chosen, okay, then all you have to worry about is the structure of each piece of work. You can always go out there and get an outline from other people's work. No one can copyright a structure. So you can get a copyright, you can get an outline from other people's work, and that could be your structure for each one of your poems, or each one of your songs, or each one of your stories, or whatever you're doing. And then even for artists, painters. And then after that, Now you're just kind of just, like, okay, I need the content for each piece that's in this you know product. So then you just go and do research. You could catalog a research list as well. Places you're going to research to get this content. Ways you're going to get this content. Maybe out of your photo album. Maybe pictures you've taken. Maybe through the public domain or whatever. So you can do a catalog list. You can just catalog every single step that you're doing to create your work. This is going to get very organized. It's going to be very prepared. And then your anxiety level is going to go very low. Okay. And then the courage is going to be strong. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you'd like to show gratitude and donate to my writing life and artistic life, feel free to let me know. This video will not be available on replay for free. Members, feel free to watch the video on replay. As soon as I end this video, it will be for members only. Thank you, everybody. I hope y'all checked in community news. Please check the community news for some very important announcements. Bye, everybody.